Have DenverCBSLocal.com. Denver.cbslocal.com. Colorado could become the first state to import drugs from Canada. By CBS 4 political specialist Sean Boyd, January 26, 2021 at 7:32 a.m. Colorado took the first steps this week toward implementing a prescription drug importation program. We're a pioneering state, said Kim Bymeister, head of the Colorado's Department of Healthcare Policy and Financing. We lead. We're not shy about being first into the gate. Wait, first out of the gate. And figuring this out. We want to bring the savings to Colorado. All right, Kim. I feel ya. Her department is in charge of creating the importation program. It announced this week it was soliciting bids from Canadian wholesalers to purchase drugs for the Colorado market, as well as importers to package and distribute the drugs. The state will also hire a company to handle the administration of the program, including compliance monitoring. It hopes to have all 3 vendors in place by this fall. Bymeister says she has met with the Canadian consulate about the plan. We're confident that we're putting together works within the guidelines established by Canada. Bymeister says Canada's drug shortages are in the generics, and the financial savings for Colorado are in brand name drugs. Her department compared the cost of 50 popular drugs in Colorado with the cost of the same drugs in Canada. And it found that Coloradans pay, on average, 63% more. The EpiPen, for example, cost 65% less. In Canada, America's a bunch of stupid, crappy capitalists. I thought we were capital. We suck at capital. Why is everything more cheaper in Canada? The Flovent inhaler is 87% cheaper. What the fuck? And Synthroid used to treat hypothyroidism is 93% less in Canada. What the fuck? What the fuck? We're paying more for the Synthroid, the Flovent inhaler, and the EpiPen, and in general, 63% more than Canada across the board. Colorado, how does that make you feel? Why? Canada's just right there. And what though we had NAFTA, the free trade agreement? What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is going on? Our customers and employers are paying 20 times more the price in Australia for the same thyroid medication. That's not okay. So we want to take the same drugs with the same FDA approval and just bring them in through a different pathway that allows us to bring in so much more savings. The drug importation plan could also bring life-altering relief to those like Bonnie Arnold, who suffers from debilitating migraines that could last for months. I call them shotgun migraines because it feels like I got shot in the head with a shotgun. My entire side of my face will droop because it's like I'm having a stroke. After 10 years of suffering, she finally found a medication that relieves the pain, but cost $600 a month. I want to cry. I want to yell at somebody. The price of the same drug, she says, is hundreds of dollars less in Canada. Arnold, like many Coloradans, looked into importing the drug herself. Bymeister said the state's plan would ensure the safety of the drugs while bringing down the cost. She says 40% of our medications are already being made in another country, and 80% of the ingredients come from outside the U.S. The only difference, she says, is we pay 4 times more for those drugs. She says the goal is to hire a wholesaler, importer, and compliance vendor for this fall and begin importing drugs from Canada and possibly France and Australia by 2023. Bymeister said the draft proposal the state sent to the federal government, which will have the final say, includes 167 drugs, but she says the state hasn't finalized the list. Every individual employer and insurer will have access to the imported drugs. Arnold says they can't come soon enough to be able to have access to that medication and have it at the right dose I'm supposed to have at it. It would just be amazing. amazing. The Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America shared a statement with CBS 4 after the publication of the story. The Polis administration's decision to continue spending millions of dollars pursuing the program that threatens public health at the same time we are fighting a global pandemic is alarming, despite claims by those who support this dangerous program. Coloradans are being subjected to the risk of an importation scheme without any guarantee that'll save them money by moving forward this misguided policy. The Post administration is putting the health and safety cost. That's a bunch of bullshit. Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America is a bunch of liars. Okay, so that was pretty much my entire point. Joe Biden also doesn't give a shit if you pay, high insulin prices and, EpiPen and adrenaline and whatever. So, fucking Big Pharma. Big Pharma just has a goddamn death grip on the throats of America. We can't even get Medicare for all in a fucking pandemic. We can't even get a public option. Sam Cedar doesn't even think that that it would help. Sam, you piece of shit. He was a good sport, though. I mean, my God, we would have no. What would we be talking about if Sam didn't go on the Brianna? What would we be talking about? Jink was too scared. Jink, David Sirotto isn't going to go back. None of these bastards are actually talking to any of the forced to vote people. They're just. Maybe I should try to reach out to the haters. Hey, hater! Can I interview you? I tried to interview Fiorella, Isabel, and Nico House, but apparently they're too good for me. I was just curious. I liked them, and I was just wanting to find out, I was wanting to be platformed, I was actually platforming them, elevating them. And he said that in his show. He's like, I help other people on their platforms. So this is fantastic. I hope this plan actually goes through. The Jared Polis is we need to save money on all this shit. Yeah, if Canada has cheaper, why the fuck would we? We need to be better capitalists. In fact, if fucking Finland or Iceland or goddamn Guatemala, it doesn't fucking matter. If any country in the world has cheaper shit, get that shit here. We need to be better with Amazon.com. Get the fucking cheapest shit anywhere. Drive down the cost as much as we could possibly drive down the cost. Why the fuck would we not do that? Jesus Christ, America. Why don't we use our empire to our fucking advantage? Shit. Fuck.